Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another Bitcoin video for y'all again this evening. And we're going to take a look at the charts. It looks like we are experiencing some really high volatility as to be expected and as I've been talking about in the previous videos as well. So let's take a look at the market, see if we can decide what Bitcoin might want to do by the end of February, the direction it wants to go. Also, are we going to be super high volatility for the rest of this week? Let's find out and decide, and then we can take a look at things together. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if all that sounds interesting, stick around. All right, so we're taking a look at the 1 hour charts here, and actually I want to move into the 30 minutes first. I like to just see what the money flow wants to do here on the 30 minute. So we had a nice big bounce from about 9,500. Yeah, from about 9,500 on our swing low, and it looks like we've bounced pretty nicely from there. After letting the bears be in control for so long here on our Cipher SR indicator. And then as we move into our 1 hour, we're also seeing that our money flow is starting to somewhat have a potential bottom in place here. As you can tell, our third big green dot that had hit indicated that that probably was our bottom there, with our money flow really peaking out, and now it's starting to trend back to the other side. So this is kind of what we were looking for and hoping for. Now we just need to make sure that our money flow is going to move into that greenish area. So we could be putting in another big move here pretty soon, I would imagine. I had told my Telegram group that this is too high volatility of a moment for us to be in the market, and also the private Patreon signals group as well too. Kind of just waiting to see what the market wants to decide for itself. And then here on our 2 hour as well, we had our nice peak at our money flow on the red side, with our snake eyes also appearing here, two big green dots. And then it looks like we have started to trend above our 21 EMA now on our 2 hour, retesting that 100. So the question is even on our 2 hour, are we going to get rejected at that 100 EMA? It looks like it is finding a little bit of resistance there as of right now, but we'll have to wait a few more hours to see whether or not we find support above this 100 EMA or not. It does kind of look like our money flow is ready to start moving to the other side, so we could start to see this. It does seem like a pretty nice little deep cut or laceration, as CryptoFace likes to call it, to the upside here. So as we start to move to this upside on our money flow, that's a good indication that we could start to come back up. Finding a little bit of resistance here on our 0 pivot point too on our 2 hour. We'll take a look at our 4 hour. And then on our 4 hour, I do have the 50 EMA on, so this blue line is the 50 EMA. And then I will go ahead and turn off SR as well, because it does look like we are starting to trend above our VWAP. We just really need to find support on our VWAP to indicate that more or less the bulls want to be in control at the moment. So I will turn off SR. I plan to do a more in-depth video to my Patreon members about SR and some ways to scalp with Market Cipher SR, which stands for support resistance as well. And that really just means the swing high and swing low pivot points too, and playing off of those, including the VWAP. So I'll be doing a more in-depth video on that. I also have a new video coming out for my Patreon members as well on how to get or how to set up Market Cipher the same way I have it set up. So you might notice that if you do have Market Cipher, yours might be look a little bit different with some of these lines, some of the waves, the way that they form, how I have them set up. And also Cipher A, I have set up a little bit different than normal other people have, or I guess the way Market Cipher comes out of the box pretty much. I have it set up a little bit different, so I'll be releasing that video to my Patreon members here in the next couple of hours as well. But guys, don't feel like you need to become a Patreon member at all, I do offer a free newsletter that I send out every so often, basically of things that my Patreon members get, but I'll send out to the newsletter here and there, maybe once every other week or something like that. And it just keeps you all in touch with me and lets y'all know what I've been up to and things that I'm looking at in the charts and cryptocurrency space. So get signed up for that. Also, I do a free giveaway every once in a while, and in order to qualify for it, you need to be signed up for the newsletter. So make sure you get signed up for that to qualify for the giveaway as well. A super simple process to get set up with that. I think the next giveaway I'll probably do at 5,000 subs. We might do something before that, but right now I'm aiming for 5,000 subs, and we'll do a Ledger Nano S giveaway on that. So go ahead and get this video spread out there to the public, get them to start subscribing, liking, commenting on the videos, so that way we can help grow the channel and we can do that giveaway soon. Other than that, y'all, the Telegram group I offer is also free. If y'all want to get signed up for that, I do free signal updates on there, basically screenshots of market cipher, what I'm seeing on the charts. I give a little bit of a short brief TA every once in a while if I feel it's suitable for the market right now. So I did give a brief update in there yesterday about just determining what I'm looking for in the charts, especially on the 1 day, which we'll dive into a little bit more, but I gave a brief update in the Telegram group, so y'all can check that out. It's free. Also, the Discord channel is free as well. There is a paid section in there for my Patreon members only. So you can see here I have a Patreon members only section, and I will be showing them my ins and outs of the market in that Patreon members group only. But other than that, the rest of the Telegram group is free, so feel free to join, message me on there. I like to do some updates in there as well. Y'all, it's an easy way to keep in touch with me. At least y'all can @ me or just DM me in that Discord server as well. And I do plan to raise the price on the paid signals. So what's going to happen is this tier 1 $20 is going to be split into 2 different tiers, and I will add another tier that includes the signal group on the Discord channel, which will cost a little bit more, but I'll still have the $20 tier as well. That's just only going to be for the Patreon page itself and not for the private Discord channel. So the paid signals group along with the Patreon page will cost a little bit more. I plan on changing that price and splitting these tiers up by the end of the month. So going into March, that there will be 3 different tiers at that point. So get signed up today. If you do sign up for the $20 tier now, you will get access to the private Discord channel along with my private signals as well, and that will be your locked-in price. By the end of the month, there will be a middle section here, and there will be 3 tiers, and then that midsection will have the paid signals group as well. So with that being said, let's take a look at the charts a little bit more. So y'all still have time to get in on the $20 tier if y'all want to get the paid signals for right now. But the 4-hour is also looking like it's ready to start moving to the upside. We had a big green dot, and I was looking and waiting for these big green dots to start to appear from our 4-hour and up. So we just need to determine whether or not this is going to stay at the bottom here, or are we going to start moving back to the green side of our money flow. That is yet to be determined, but this is also why I did update my Patreon member group the other day and told them our lower time frames are looking a little bit bullish, but once we get into our 6-hour and above, I'm still a little bit bearish right now. So the reason being is because this money flow still looks like it wants to go into the red, and we haven't put in a big green dot here on our 6-hour. I would like to see a big green dot and this money flow start to move into the red before we start to move back into the green. So that would mean a little bit more consolidation, maybe some legs to the downside. This red EMA is our 100 EMA. I would want to see something move below that to indicate that our money flow is starting to will be turning red, but then we'll stay red for a little bit longer to send us to gain the momentum back to the upside. So that's what I would like to see, at least from the 6 hour and up. Uh, when we go into our 8 hour, we can see that we're still in a downtrend on our money flow here as well too. So I would want to see another big green dot here on our 6 hour as well to feel a little bit more bullish right now. Right now, I just feel that our time frames are not in confluence with each other. And that is what is creating the high volatility right now. So we did come back up and test our 21 EMA on our 6 hour, but as we start to move into even the higher time frames, they're still just not in confluence with everything just yet. And before I decide a position, I want to make sure that I know exactly the direction of the market. So I don't want to have to put a wide stop loss or anything like that. I did give a new strategy that I want to play off of to my Patreon members, and so they got that update here yesterday, actually last night. Just doing some decision making on our next move for our Patreon members and for myself. So they know what the plan is for the next move, and we are just waiting for the right moment and the right setup for us to enter back into this market. So we'll go into our 12 hour here. In our 12 hour, money flow still looks like it wants to go to the red. We are forming a Cipher, a blue wave bottom, it looks like, but not a big green dot. I would like to see this money flow start to move into the red, and then once we move into the red, put in a big green dot as well. I think one of the subscribers pointed out that money flow never tends to, when money flows in the green, we never tend to see a big green dot on Cipher B. And yeah, that's true. And so the reason being is because our money flow is keeping us afloat from putting in big green dots on Cipher B. So our money flow is, it kind of works as the leading indicator, but it's also one of the strongest indicators of market direction as well too. So because we are in a green money flow, that money flow never doesn't allow us to come down and really put in a big green dot because it's keeping us afloat so well. So what is going to happen is if we turn red here and we start to have a red money flow, especially on our 12 hour, is that I would need to see a big green dot like we did back here when our money flow was red for so long. I mean, our money flow was red for so long back here. We really just like we're putting in green dot after green dot, but just no sign of reversal just quite yet. And so market volatility was just crazy, you know. I mean, these 40% pumps and just pretty wild. So that was more of a scalping area on lower time frames, and then also just seeing when everything starts to line up even on the higher time frames as well. So because we are in a green money flow, I don't think this red money flow will be as big as some people are hoping, as maybe the bears are hoping for. But I do still feel that it needs to turn red first, and then maybe we put in one big green dot, and then we start to move back to the upside. So I'm really waiting for this buy signal on our 12 hour as well too, and I kind of want to make the next play off of that. So I do have the tutorial video in the Patreon group of how I got my whales buy sell signals set up. So this is a custom setting that I have, and I did send it out to my newsletter people. If you were a long-term subscriber to this channel, y'all got that email and y'all were able to set this up as well. The video has now only been put to Patreon members only, so they are the only ones that can view it. So if you do want to view it, you can access the $20 tier and learn how to set up this buy and sell signal. So what I'm kind of waiting for is the buy signal on our 12 hour to determine the next play that I want to make. And regarding that, we're going to move into our 1 day as well. And our 1 day did signal a sell also here. What I had told the Telegram group before was that this 21 EMA is going to be major support for us. If we end up breaking below this 21 EMA, we have our 50 also. I know that Carl from the Moon was talking about this golden cross here. So this golden cross, yes, it is substantial, indicator for the market. But also I've seen some really nasty wicks to the downside to retest the 50 EMA and maybe also this 100 before we continue back to the upside. So our 21 EMA is going to be major support for us. I feel that if we do break this 21 EMA, the 100 EMA is going to be next support, or the 50 EMA. Usually market likes to come back down and retest some of these EMAs that hold support during our bull markets. So I would expect maybe a break here on our 1 day, and then from there maybe come back down and retest the 200 EMA, the yellow 200 daily EMA, as well as the 50 possibly. So that's just something we'll have to keep an eye on. We'll probably end up getting some of these golden crosses here as well, the 100 over the 200. So we just need to keep an eye on that to see the confluence there. But I will be keeping the Telegram group up to date as well. My first priority is the Patreon members group only. So, whenever I get around to the Telegram group, I'll get around to it. But I like to keep everyone in touch for the most part. And then our 2 day, let's go back to our 1 day money flow real quick. So our 1 day money flow looks like it has kind of found a topping out pattern just a tad bit here, starting to move back to the downside. But if we do find support here, then I could expect to see a little bit of consolidation for a little bit longer, and then maybe we break support or we start to go back to the upside. It's really just going to be determination of it's just a waiting point right now. But I really am waiting on this 1 day to see what happens, and also with that 12-hour buy and sell signal as well too. Our 2 day money flow starting to move into that greenish territory as well. Maybe finding support here on our 21. We never really quite came back down to retest it, but it is a possibility, especially if our 1 day 21x EMA decides to break support as well. I know CF is just really eyeing this 2 day chart and super bullish on it. So we'll see. We don't have a big red candle just yet on Heikinashi. So that is yet to be determined. But as you can see here, once we cross down below this 21 EMA, it was really just a big downtrend from there. So we'll keep a close eye on it and determine whether or not. Right now we're substantially moving above it. And it does kind of indicate more of a bullish territory for us too. And I do want to kind of reference back to when we do cross above it or cross below our 21 EMA. I like to reference our last bull run that we had for the most part. And so you can see when we were coming out of our 21 EMA in our last bull run, here we came back down below it, back up, find support on the 21 EMA, came back down below it, found support on the 200 EMA, and then moved back above it. So it is kind of support, but sometimes we notice that we do tend to break it and also come to retest the 100 moving average as well on our 2 day chart. So we'll just keep an eye on it. If we do decide to break it, it might be a nice little short entry for us possibly. But then I would think that we would probably still come back up to continue our bull market. Our 3 day here, still looking relatively bullish. What I'm looking at on Cipher B is this little bitty inverse head and shoulders to continue back to the upside and put in that green money flow for us. So the 2 day and 3 day really kind of just have me bullish for the most part right now. So that's why I feel that the volatility is going to be really high right now, and we just need to play it safe and determine whether or not we should be in shorts or longs. I feel mostly that we should be looking for long positions and just waiting for market to give us those proper entries as of right now. So with that being said, y'all, I do use TradingView Pro Plus plan, and I have quite a few indicators on my screen. I am releasing the video to the Patreon members of how I set up Market Cipher itself. But because I use one of the indicators called divergence spotters on Cipher B. I think you're going to need the Pro Plus plan for this. So if y'all do want to get signed up and help support the channel, please use the affiliate link down in the description box below to help support the channel. Also, Ledger is doing a giveaway, well, not really a giveaway, but if you purchase a Ledger Nano X, you get a free Ledger Nano S right now. So you get a 2-in-1 package basically for the most part. I am doing the Ledger Nano S giveaway at 5,000 subs, so y'all can just wait to try and qualify and win that if y'all like. But if you do want to help support the channel, I do have the Ledger link in the description box below. It's a great way to buy and hodl if that is one of your strategies. And I always recommend to just buy and hodl, you know, or to at least dollar cost average in on some things. So in my Patreon member, to my Patreon members, I have a post in there about 2 coins that I am in heavy accumulation of, that I am just dollar cost averaging in, throwing it away on the ledger, letting it sit, you know, and that those 2 coins I'm super bullish about in the future, and y'all can check out what those coins are in the Patreon group as well. One of them will possibly even flip the market cap value of Bitcoin. So that would be pretty amazing if it does, but we are waiting to see, and just holding or hodling those cryptos away on the ledger for right now too. So check that out if y'all are interested. Y'all can see all the paid groups that I'm a part of in the link in the description box below if y'all are curious about what groups I'm a part of and where I'm getting information from as well. Check out those paid groups that I'm in as well too, link in the description box below. And I just want to be transparent with y'all too, you know. My Patreon members is basically, they get kind of more of a curated form along with my own personal opinions about crypto market for the most part. So check that out. If y'all do want to leverage trade and compound BTC to maybe store away later on, you know, I would recommend leverage trading using Bybit. It's probably the easiest one to comprehend for the most part. And also there is a little bit of a learning curve, just like anything, right? But I feel like we've been given the opportunity to, especially during 2020, to really learn how to read market trends and TA and harness the TA skills that we have been you know, given, and the tools that we have been given to help us with this, to compound our interest, to earn another way of income basically, right? And you can use Bybit, you can use the link in the description box below. But what I encourage people to do on this YouTube channel, that a lot of other YouTubers don't encourage when they talk about their Bybit links, is I like to tell people to use the testnet first. So there's a thing called the testnet on Bybit, and what you do on there is you get signed up with the link in the description box below, and then you come down here and you message support, and you ask them how to access the testnet. And the testnet just allows you to trade fake BTC, and what it does is it allows you to make sure that you are a profitable trader, make sure that your algorithm that you're using is working, and that you are coming out with wins in the market, and really learning the platform of Bybit itself too. So use the testnet first by all means. It's like a 2-step process. Chat support can help you through that as well. And I encourage even my Patreon members that have my paid signals as well too, to use the testnet first, to decide, oh, well, you know, this is a good trade to do. I think I'll just do it on the testnet. Make sure it's profitable though. And then once you feel like you become a profitable trader, then you can deposit your Bitcoin on the Bybit exchange itself. So that's just a, you know, just a little, just a little disclaimer there for the most part, because I know a lot of YouTubers don't talk about testnet, but testnet is actually a really useful tool for the most part. If you are leverage trading and you are a USA citizen, Prime XBT allows you to leverage trade Bitcoin as well. It's not one of the exchanges I use for the most part, but obviously you don't have to use a VPN or anything like that to access this if you are a USA citizen. So you can leverage trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, EOS, also the S&P 500, gold and silver, and some fiat currencies as well, all using Bitcoin. So super cool. Check that out. Guys, I am using the Brave browser to browse the web, a super lightweight browser that y'all can check out. It's made by the same creators who created Mozilla Firefox, but with this browser, you can opt in and out of pop-up ads. And honestly, when I have my shields up on my Brave browser, I never experience a pop-up ad. I never have once experienced a pop-up ad. Even if it's part of the website, it's going to deny it. It's going to tell you, hey, we blocked this pop-up ad. Do you want to turn your shields on or off? And then you can opt in to turning the shields off to allow those pop-ups to happen. But the other cool part about this is that I can also earn passive income basically by clicking the content creator ads that pop up in the bottom right hand corner. And every time I click an ad that by a content creator from Brave, they pay me out in BAT token. So as you can see, the past few months I've been earning BAT token, and they pay you out every single month for the most part. So every time an ad pops up in the bottom right hand corner, I click it, I earn a percentage of BAT token that gets paid to me later that month. Then also you can tip your content creators, so you could tip me in BAT token if you'd like. I think if you're using the Brave browser, it shows up on the YouTube video itself, right above the description box or something. You'll see a little Brave icon there as well too. So we're gonna finish out the charts here. Our 3-day and our 2-day and 3-day are still looking relatively bullish. And then our 4-day, what kind of has me on edge a little bit is that we are starting to see a little bit more of a red area here, or red money flow area too, along with a red dot here, indicating that we could see some more downside potential. But also notice that the last time we did have a red move to the upside, or we had red money flow, but then we had a big blue wave to the upside. It took us a while to continue this uptrend into our money flow. So this could just be a start, to say the least. That was back here when we were coming out of 3,500. We had this big move up on our Cipher B blue wave, and then we started to trend back down, and it looked like we were still going to continue in a red money flow, and then we just started to move to the upside from there. And there was another 60% move probably when our money flow started to turn green. So we just need to be wary on our 4-day and our 5-day, because those both are looking like they are going to want to start to move into a reddish money flow as well. As we move into the weekly, though, our weekly is still looking relatively bullish. So what we want to do is we just probably want to see if our 5-day is going to stay in consolidation mode here on our green money flow, and maybe send us back up to that 12K area as well too. Because our weekly is still looking so bullish, I would imagine that yes, that 5-day will consolidate out its money flow as well, and then our 4-day will probably end up turning into a green money flow here. We may not get as high of a money flow as we did peak up here when we peaked to about that 11K area or 12K area. But I think as our money flow starts to turn green, we could definitely come back up and retest that 12K area, and that's what I'm still looking for, is that 12K area to break resistance out of this trend line support. So we will keep an eye on that, and I believe that our weekly chart is showing that we definitely can come back up and retest that 12K area pretty soon. So our monthly also showing some nice bullish momentum here. So we're really gonna have to just wait to see how this monthly candle closes out. If we end up getting a shooting star, that will be a bearish pattern or a bearish candle. So we really just need to wait to see how February closes. If we close probably below 9K, then we are going to be probably putting in a shooting star somewhat. So we shall just have to wait and see how February ends. And with that, y'all, I'll end the note. CryptoTab browser, if y'all haven't downloaded it yet, a great way to start earning passive income. I did a withdrawal on there the other day, and everything deposited just fine to where I was sending my crypto, where I was sending my Bitcoin basically. But I have it running on 2 other computers. It's basically just a easy way to start mining Bitcoin without the hassle of setting up an ASIC miner and such. I have it running on 2 different computers. You can actually have it running on an old phone that you don't use anymore, or an old tablet that you don't use anymore as well.
But as you can see, I just started it up and now it is mining Bitcoin. It's using my hash power of my computer. My fan will start to speed up because it's using the computer power to mine the Bitcoin as well. So get signed up, use the link in the description box, Crypto Tab browser. I don't really browse the web with it, but it's an easy way to start mining Bitcoin. So with that being said, follow me on Instagram and Twitter if those are going to pull up. Y'all can follow me there. Feel free to message me if I'd like as well too. That $20 a month tier will be changing by the end of this month. So get signed up today to have access to my private signals for the $20 price if y'all are interested in that. And I think that's pretty much it, everyone. So thanks for tuning back in. High volatility month right now. I'm really going to keep a close eye on that 12-hour and that 1 day to determine what my next move in this market is going to be. And with that being said, stay safe out there. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm making a Bitcoin video every single day using Market Cipher, and I hope that y'all are enjoying this. With that being said, CTO signing out.